And when you hear it, it could be something very sweet and soft, but it has a kind of edge to it, 'cause it's got one wrong note in it. The wrong note is the C, but it's in E major, so...
The story of the opera
suggests something not quite right.
centers around a man of a certain age, Charles, an eminent composer, conductor, heading into his mid-60s, a man who's always been a compulsive womanizer, married to a long-suffering, faithful wife whom he obviously neglects. And it starts with a rehearsal of a piece. He's conducting one of his own early works, and right from the beginning we establish a convention whereby the conductor-composer is actually conducting the orchestra and singing, meditating at the same time. And then we become aware of the, I suppose, the central female lead, the Polish housekeeper, Maria, who deludes herself into thinking that not only is she in love with Charles, but that he is giving her signals that he loves her. And really the opera is the story of this calamitous love, a destructive love, and misread signals from Charles to Maria that cause Maria to do something truly appalling, for which Charles will face the consequences.
We became interested in the idea of a variation on sexual obsession, and the variation being somebody who, rather like a sort of, you often find in a large corporation, there's a PA, male or female, to the chief executive, who almost allows them to indulge their dalliances with other people as a form of kind of sublimation, but all along perhaps has this desire to have this person themselves. And Ian was interested in it because it's a variation on the usual straightforward obsession.
It has something of a Don Giovanni-like end, Charles being led off to hell. Strange that in the writing of an opera, I would never do this in fiction. It's curiously moral that the wicked should be punished. I would never punish the wicked so nakedly. Something about the opera convention leads one to do this.
The wonderful thing about what Ian does is that it gives you, almost every line gives you musical ideas. In fact, there was very little I wanted to change. I mean, odd little things. And I think we work well together and happily, and we've talked about this project, you know, on and off for that 25 years without actually being able to pin it down.
I remember at a dinner party, we were talking yet again about doing this, and I said to Michael, but you know, if we do an opera together, it's got to have tunes that I can whistle. But in fact, one of the marvelous things about Michael Samuel is it has a strong expressionistic quality, but Michael can turn out a melody, a beautiful but not sentimental melody, just at the right moment, and he's done this at various points in this.
I think too that as you get to know a language, you hear more melody in it if it's in a contemporary idiom. I mean, I do write lyrical music. I mean, I was trained as a singer, and you know, I find it impossible to write for the voice without giving it something that is grateful to sing.
I hope that there will be moments in this when an audience will actually laugh out loud. But I'd like this laughter to ring in a rather hollow way, because the events overtake the comedy in a rather precipitate manner towards the end.
It will have the feel of a sort of thriller in some ways, because it is very dramatic, things are constantly happening. But, you know, it is extraordinary in music how, in a way that you can't in a novel, you can suddenly change from a moment of tragedy or farce to a moment of sort of tenderness. And you can do that in music in a way that you can't almost in any other medium.
What I hope an audience will get was an absolutely pure musical thrill, which I've had even sitting at this laptop. It's devoid of all drama, just pure music.